Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining me for another stream. We're gonna be getting back and build Master Grade Barbatos model we picked up. Get me switched over here. Oh, where are you? There you are. Yeah, let's just go right to the desk. Oh, welcome. Just saying. Barbatos model here, get us some good lighting. Got this much of the inner frame done so far. Legs, waist, chest, including all the chest pistons. Like, I love the actual, like, functional actuating pistons. Fantastic detail-wise. The chest was actually fairly complex building up, too. It's a lot more complex than most of the straight chests I've done. But yeah, I'll be finishing up finishing up that best inner frame tonight. Then probably start to put some of the armor on. But first, I want to finish putting the decals on these legs. Something I'm trying differently with this one is I'm trying to actually put all the decals that recommends on to see how it looks. And probably at the end I'll end up peeling a couple off. I can already tell there's some I'm not gonna like. Like specifically these ones on the let's hold on. Here's about where I'll be holding stuff. Let's try and focus it there. Oh, it's too much stuff in the background. 1 second. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, like these ones on the top pistons, I'm almost positive to turn off. But then again, like those same ones on these back pistons, I don't mind as much. Front of the legs there as well. Yeah, I'm gonna put them all on to see how it looks. Pretty much go through and take them off, and what I don't like looks up. Because up to this point, I haven't really used much beyond like eye stickers, occasional couple pieces for the head stickers. But this is already a fairly different building experience, so I want to try something else and see how it actually build detail on it. Especially doing this like inner frame construction first I've been doing. Yeah, what's next? 9 and 10. These gold pieces on the legs. And 14. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, okay, it's like an underlining thing to put underneath the lettering on the other one is. So we'll put that one on first, see how it looks. Yeah, it goes right on the edge. Cool. Hey. Yeah, pretty much jump right into this. Let's find a middle ground here. This is pretty blurry. Oh, right about here. Not as blurry. You want to set it down. It's still decently focused here. Not perfect, but I can always. It's absolutely manageable. Yeah. So I can chat a bit better. There we go. Wow, funky proportion. There we go. Okay, so let's start with that. So 14. Tip up. So the worst. Okay, it is angled, so I need to not push that toe so far back. Oh, sorry, I have a bit of a runny nose, so sorry for any sniffling sounds you hear there. so bad. Little off center. This is pretty good. That's what I was worried about. This on the colored pieces, the sticker stands out a lot more. The edges of it. I was worried about that specifically. Like I knew on the white and dark pieces it probably would not show up too badly. Edges not too bad. Sorry, I bumped my mic there with his torso. Yeah, it's definitely off center a little bit. That's not too bad. From a distance, you can't really tell it's off. Sorry, my car moved away from the torso. I was about to say, it doesn't look too bad. It is off center slightly, but from a distance, you really can't tell. Just give me a second here. I just gotta blow my nose. Oh, I've been muted this whole time. So I just unmuted to cough in your face. I apologize. I'm just kind of railing to myself. Yeah, I'm just mentioning I'll probably go through and do all of these sticker applications on the legs at first. And then I'll get my camera focused in up close so I can show them all off rather than going back and forth, back and forth. Just make sure, yeah, go through. Cool. Yeah, sorry about that extended period of mute there. But yeah, I pretty much summarized the important bits, what I said during that right there. But just in case I was muted before, I removed this and replaced it because it was askew, a little too much. Like, it was noticeable to me, and it was really bothering me. So I tried to peel this off using the back of my knife and reapplying it. And a little bit of the glue stayed behind, so the edges don't look as clean around the sticker. It's something to keep in mind, but it definitely looks better from a distance for me. At least it's straight. And it's only really visible right on that corner where I peeled it off first. I think if I went a little closer to the plastic, it would leave that little mar. What's next? What's next? What's next? 8s. Which ones are 8s? These guys. They are on either side of... Yeah. Basically on either side of the line, just south of the detail point on the top here. I don't know how well that'll actually show up on camera. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it in the light there. Yeah, it basically wants it underneath that detail piece on the other side of this line. Let's see. It's a pretty big stickers for that area. Oh, they're only half as big as they are. That's funny. I thought these were too long, but it's only half. I want to probably apply it on the line side first. Just take a real close look here to make sure I interpreted where it wants it right. Yep. Okay. Awkward angles. Clean off this area first, just to make sure. Probably shouldn't swing this around too much with the sticker on there. When flying, I never find it. Looks pretty okay. That one's pretty good. Now just one on the other side. Maybe another one of these. And this one's starting to degrade pretty badly. Grab that from the wrong side. Oh well. Wait, that's off center, isn't it? Shaky hands.
This one's off center slightly. So do I want to compensate it with this side, or do I want to put this side properly and then go back and fix that side? It's probably more effort efficient to just align this side with the other side and then try and remove that first side. I don't know, then I'll just be going back and forth constantly. I really need to get a clip mount for this. So I need to put pressure on this piece. I'm trying with the edge of this, but every time I do, it slides slightly. Oh, come on. Why are you still sliding? This is ridiculous. Oh, the stance is somewhere else. Let me just get this piece on. Part of why I really don't like using tweezers for this. Very stuck to the tweezers. Sorry, and I know I'm off frame quite a bit here. Just really struggling to get this piece on. Okay, it's not perfect. Let's see what we can do. All right. I think once it's on, it actually won't be too bad. I think it's just less obvious because this edge. I was right. It is less obvious once I work that edge off. Looks like there's adhesive left over on it in places. Maybe just the edge is degrading. I'm working it too much. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So it's fine. Let's try and do a better job on this one, though. What does a better job mean? I think it means probably just less handling altogether. I think a lot of that came from just like swabbing it across the surface over and over again. But actually, this is a good opportunity before I get these off. Where's my stand? Let's get that going again. So I can have a second free hand to apply pressure. Should grab another toothpick as well, but we'll make do with one for now. I don't think I have another one handy here. There's a good place to grab that's not going to hurt a sticker. I'm going to be a little more careful with this because this can be a little rough. Probably on this. There we go. Please keep it framed too. Exactly where we're working. Focus there. I know it should be good. So nudging it as I always nudge it slightly too much. That's pretty good. There we go. Oh, pretty good. Hopefully I shouldn't have to do too many more of these. We already did like the chest when I was putting it together. So I think it's mostly just these legs. And I did a bunch of them last stream. That's pretty good. And I nudged it a bit too much and went off center, but it's okay. Still close enough. There we go. What's next? What's next? The ball joint wants a 5 and a 6. Those are arrow marks. That wants on the inside of the ball. Okay. How does it want it orientated on that ball? Pretty close to the bottom ring. Okay. Hey, Walla Walla, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. It's doing some sticker work tonight to start off. Before we get at finishing off this inner frame. A little too close.
all the way around. Really. Yeah, I hope you're having a good night, Wawa. Pack on the PGU on the arms. Oh, hell yeah! I think you remember you talking about that last time you stopped by. It's the perfect grade ultimate, right? The like RX-78, or I forget the actual gundam it's for, but it's not. I thought it was Unicorn. I think when you first stopped by last time. Yeah, Unleashed. Hell yeah! I think I remember that correctly. Well, it's definitely pretty close to the center there. Otherwise, you need to pretty much get that right on the edge. Oh well. Learning process. I'm very experienced putting these decals on, but I'm definitely using this experience to learn. I usually haven't bothered with them, besides like the eye or stickers. There we go. That should be good orientation. It doesn't seem to be much adhesive left, unfortunately. But live and learn, like I said. It's definitely a learning experience putting these decals on. Once the adhesive effect definitely diminished. So I'm always nervous doing these because very much if you screw up the first time, it always definitely looks worse the second time. Already know most of the other frame there. That's awesome though. I haven't done any perfect grades myself. I think definitely these. I have the Master Grade Sasbi Verkai. That's probably going to be my biggest model I've done. Once I get around to it, but that's a little ways off still, I think. So I want to do this Barbatos, and I have a Gao Gai Gar real grade I want to do. Put brush. Definitely doesn't look great, but from a distance you get it. Try to be a little more careful on this other side application. Oh boy. That seems like it'd be fun to do one of the really big project ones like that, though. I've definitely been enjoying this Barbatos kit for the, like, doing the inner frame build-up on a much more complex level than most kits I've done. It's nice I'm able to actually put it together without the armor on to start, in a way that a lot of the other Master Grade kits I haven't had that feature, really. Let's get over here, 6. Actually, let me get some chap off this. Point back. Go. Oh, I heard amazing things about it beforehand, and just in the amount of detail there's been in the build-up of the chest parts has been great. Like the actual actuating pistons are pretty impressive. I'm really looking forward to when I have the arms on, so you can actually see the shoulder pistons going too. It's got to be like
crazy amount of detail on the back of the legs, the actuating pistons and spots as well. Really like it so far. Enough to actually try and get these stickers on, as I mentioned. This might be one of the times better to do the opposite approach and go from the outside in. I did when you first linked it. I need to go back. I didn't have an Instagram at the last time you linked it to me. Yeah, I think you DM'd it to me. That's right. Yeah, I need to go back and look. I made an Instagram just like last week, so I actually need to go back and check because I think when I looked before, I could only see the first couple of posts because I didn't have an Instagram. I did end up looking at it though. It was really impressive what I saw already. I'm assuming you've updated since then as well. Oh hell yeah! I'll definitely go take a peek at that. Yeah, I think you messaged me on Discord with your Instagram. The last time you stopped by. I should still have that in my history. This side application went a lot easier. Nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, the last convention I went to, like 3 or 4 of the artists I picked up art from only had Instagrams, so it pretty much forced me to make it since I really want to follow, especially because some of the ones I found that time had some really impressive stuff, for especially how new they seem to be. I know that can be like a red flag nowadays, but it's a lot easier when they're like have a fairly wide range of stuff to show off. Stickers here. Oh, I need 450. Oh, 550. 4 is okay. These little ones around the inside circle. Gotcha. On you. Yeah, that's generally been my approach to most social media. I put off, like, I deleted my Facebook account in like 2011, 2012. Like, I haven't had a Facebook account for over a decade because of some of the shady shit they were up to. So it really put me off when they bought Instagram. This is going on this outside one, right? Yeah. The back side. Right. Definitely a very focus intensive start to my stream. Should get these off at a time. Actually not bad. There we go. Our piece next to be pretty smooth. Got that pretty well centered.
Definitely looks better with the dark background than the lighter backgrounds. These decals. Now the other leg. I think it's just another 4, right? Yep. It's awkward. Surface isn't very clean. Where's my brush? There we go. Yeah, I definitely had that feeling. I did a real grade Evangelion, and I had picked that up around the same time I had picked up the real grade Gao Gaigar, and the amount of like intricate build up detail work that was involved in the chest of that model made me definitely put off my other real grade kit for a little while. I think I did a high grade right after that actually, so yeah, that tracks. It's a little close here. A little noticeable distance. Let's trim it. Got the tools. Sure, problem solved. Just trim a bit of the corner of the plastic off so when it was in near that pit, so it doesn't show up as badly. Yeah, nice. And what do we need? We need another one on the lower part here. What do we need there? We need 5, 6. So it wants 5 on this one. 6 on the other side. Gotcha. Oh. I'll use the experience I learning. I'm gonna go from this side for these stickers, make it easier. What orientation is this in? Okay. Draw the circle piece right here. That looks good. There we go. Yeah, these stickers definitely show up a lot better on darker backgrounds. Now one from the other side.
That was the right one, right? Yep, 6. Good. Oh, I almost put it on the inside of that side, though. Ooh, that was close. Thought I took a second to double check what I was doing. That should be fine, actually. Edge actually seems to help hide the edges sticker nicely. Yeah, that would go pretty nice. Ooh, I think I'm almost done with these because I already did all the chest decals already. I'm just finishing up the legs and then we'll get on to building the arms and head for the inner frame. 15, both legs. Oh, it's half circle design. Boots. The back of this piece? Yeah, the back of this piece. Okay. Let's oh, I have a coffee I haven't touched here. 1 second. Ah, get cold coffee. Good. Go. Yeah, these decals definitely look a lot better on the dark background pieces. I know I keep saying that over and over, but something I definitely start noticing compared to like how it looked on the gold pieces. It's much easier to see the edges and harder to see the writing. Just to touch it nice and close. Is it 15 still? Yeah, it's 15. It's awkward angles. My old friend. What are you doing, sticker? It'll be a lot less awkward an angle. That's a little far in one direction, but it should be fine once the edges are blurred out. Yeah, I was right. Perfectly fine. Yeah, if anything, they match pretty good. Nice. Let's go. See, oh, I popped this. It's piston out. Careful not to latch it onto those. Okay, and on the back, we have ones that we already applied. And you want 7 on top of both, and then 9 or 10. Is this actually big enough to just grab the whole leg? Oh, it can. Nice. Perfect. Oh, I say, put pressure on it and then it just flips. This is the nearest point. Okay. Once 7's at the top. Sticker. Why'd you stick my finger? It doesn't make a lick sense. It's not perfect center, but it should be fine. Anything on the shirt? In the other way a little too much. Oh, it's the same on the other leg. Triple and painted roughly a year and a half ago, went nuts about every kid that wanted to caught my eye. Yeah, pacing yourself is pretty important. Even before I started doing it on streams is nice because it actually kind of slows me down a little bit, and forces me to just not to do it every single night, which is nice. But yeah, definitely when I first started, I realized if I just kept going and going and going, I'd be able to just basically do it constantly if I really wanted to. Oh, it's for sure. Edges out. Oh, good. Yeah, it's definitely a good hobby for keeping me busy. As I said, I really kind of enjoy taking my time when I build these things too. Although at the recent convention, I actually did a speed build competition they had, but it was only with entry grade kits, so I felt a little better about that because those kits are so simple. Oh, for sure, but that's kind of it's once again it's the process. The process in itself is rewarding. So making that process more complicated doesn't make it. Conversely, should make it more rewarding.
definitely your end products from what I've seen on your Instagram. Definitely lend credence to that. Where's this one? Get it just above the spindle plate. Perfect. Yeah, that was fun doing that like speed build competition with the entry grade kit. I'll probably try again next year because I definitely learned some things that would have sped it up for me this time about like halfway through. I had never done an entry grade kit before, so the fact that they had like A1, A2, A3, and it was just different sections on the same sprue confused me for a little bit. Yeah, that's probably where this is gonna go. Like, I've been enjoying hand brushing stuff for now, and it's definitely something I probably want to get better at that first before I move on to other stuff because it'll be useful for like painting miniatures. But the airbrushing thing definitely seems great for. Oh yeah, no, these are just stickers. The water slide one seems cool, but that also seems like a lot more intensive a process. These at least have a degree of recoverability if you mess it up. Once again, maybe if you know what you're doing with the water slides you do. I haven't really looked into it too much. Only seen like a couple like people doing it as part of their build videos. Yeah, I've been in that camp, and honestly, even with the ones I'm putting on here, before I put the armor on, I'm gonna do a once over the whole thing and kind of decide what I like the looks of and what I don't. And I'm almost positive we'll probably end up removing some of these stickers. Some of them look good for sure, but I'm generally of that camp too, that they don't add enough. The like rough edges on them don't add enough to make up for it, in my general opinion. Sure, if I got better at applying them, but yeah, as you said, oh god, that's not what I wanted to happen. Put even pressure on that before I start sliding. Let's try that again. Doesn't help my hands aren't exactly the most steady.
Are there more Gundam pilots like me?
Holy shit! Thanks for the raid, Maze. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing in the future there, Bob. But I think, as I said, I kind of for this kit just wanted to try applying the decals and see how it looked. I'll probably end up removing a fair share of them, but as I said, it's not something I really have a lot of experience doing, so something I wanted to try. Hey, thanks to the resubscribe storyteller. Nice. As I said, yeah, the permanentability of the not the like less room for error for applying the water slides is really intimidating to me. I'm sure once I got the hang of it, it would look way better. But and welcome and thank you as part of the raid there, Whiskey Wolf. Thanks for coming. Yeah, it's true. The amount of detail that's been going on in this underframe is definitely made me realize how good this model is actually going to look when it's finished. This stuff is rough here. So you messed up the first application. As I said, I'll probably end up pulling a good amount of these decals off at the end before I can put the armor on. I just wanted the experience of going through and seeing how it looked with them all on. And get a bit more experience applying them. Because if I don't apply them, I'll never get halfway decent at applying the ones I do want to apply. Hey, thanks, Maze. I hope you're having a great night as well. What were you doing? Have you finished up that mosaic scarf yet, or are you back to working on something else? Nice. Like I said, I definitely can see the appeal of doing a like a consistent pattern for that type of stuff, because it probably makes it very much zen. No, they should be here. They were supposed to be here today, but yeah, there was something. I had to call them and fix something about the address, but it should be here tomorrow. Actually, let me just double check this. Actually, see if they've updated that yet. Thankfully, I noticed as soon as they said there was an issue and called them. So yeah, it'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, it's updated now, so that's good. Hell yeah. That actually just updated. Glad I checked. Yeah, they'll be here tomorrow. That's the, Oh, no problem at all. It's not your fault. As you said, you have everything correct on the box. It's just whoever punched it in the computer didn't punch all of it in. So I don't think it's your fault at all. Yeah, that's the arriving tomorrow. That'll be my Master Grade Ultron and my Master Grade Talgis Flugel. I got that, pre-ordered them from B Bandai, so those will probably be. I think I'll do that Gar next, and then I'll probably do either the Ultron or the Flugel. I was looking forward to that kit. Ultron's probably my favorite. Like I really like the heavy arms. Heavy arms is my favorite of their base forms, but of their like secondary endless waltz forms, I definitely think I like the Ultron one as my favorite on that series. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those. Thanks again for shipping that for me, Days. Really appreciate it. Help me jump through a lot more hurdles to get those kits that I've tried over the years. Yeah, I think that's actually all the decals now. Those ones on the legs actually don't look too bad. As I said, with the dark background, it actually looks pretty okay. Yeah, welcome, Raiders. I am Handset. Mostly split my time between building these gunpla kits, as you can see, and playing some video games. Right now I'm playing Claire Obscura, Expedition 33. Almost got that beat. Probably beat that either next stream or the stream after on Sunday. And then I'm thinking I might be start a series where I play a bunch of roguelikes I have on the go. I've gotten back into Risk Raid 2, and that's been a lot of fun. And I still have a bunch of my like late game grinds I need to do in Balatro and Slay the Spire. Both games I really fucking love. I want an excuse to go back and play FTL. FTL's probably my favorite game. It was my first experience with like a roguelike style game. I played the absolute shit out of it. So that's definitely something I wouldn't mind playing on stream again. I'm looking for a reason to get back into Dead Cells too. Dead Cells is really fun. And as I said, I've been working through these models. I've actually started slowing down a bit. I used to do this 2 times a week. Now I switched back to 1. But I think now if I start getting back into my hand painting of these models, I think I might start doing 1 build stream and 1 painting stream a week. Still playing around with the idea in my head. But yeah, Expedition 33 has been a lot of fun. Yeah, it has a weird tone, because like the actual like story tone is super serious and kind of a downer, but then the actual like character tone is fairly lighthearted. Like a lot of the characters are like silly. I think I have everything else though. That, check. That, check. On the back, we have check. Rest of the back of the head, check. Front, we have 2 on the chest plates, 2 on the sides. They're also shown there. Legs, check. And on the back, we just yep. So we're done. All the decals on the bottom. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. They don't look the best, but like this, the white and red ones I don't really like. I'll probably end up taking these off for sure. But the ones that are just single color actually don't look too bad. But I'll probably end up taking these 2 off. Probably these 2. These don't look the best, but oh, let them stay. Leave them on for now. Once again, it seems like these 2 color ones are the main ones I don't like. Like the single color ones here all look fine. These don't look the best, but it actually isn't too bad. Oh, absolutely, Mace. Thank you for the raid once again, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your night. So yeah, now that we're done applying those decals, we're gonna continue on with building this boy. Let's get the arms done next, I guess. Seems like a logical next step. Arm units. Oh, hydrate. Thank you very much, Maze. I needed that. Fantastic. Now I gotta remember which of these screws is which letter. Oh, jeez. It's on this side, so it doesn't catch anything. Done. Sticker application. Get back to building. 19. Two of these probably, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah, this kit has been a lot of fun so far. I've been really impressed with the amount of detail they do with the underframe of this kit. I don't think any of my other kits have really had anything similar to that. Also, I think, as I mentioned earlier, I think I mentioned this last time, I think this is the first kit I've done where I don't think they have like the softer rubberish pieces. It seems to be all hard plastic joints. I guess they're still slightly softer plastic, but they're not nearly as like soft and flexible as the old joints were. Because of that, there's been a lot of fairly unique like joint construction I've noticed. Like the legs alone had like 3 different construction, like joint constructions I don't think I've seen on any other kits. Yeah, now once we cut out the screw, we're just going along, snipping off the excess, make it less obvious there was a connection there. Really, sanding is something I probably should start adding to my rep car, cleaning these up, because I see it done a lot, but I generally don't like the surface effects you end up with doing sanding. I know once you get good at it, you don't get that, but I don't really feel like sacrificing kits to the learning god of that much. I've definitely done it here and there, especially in areas I am gonna like paint over it later. I think that's the key. If you plan to paint over it later, it doesn't really matter. It'll actually help you. Oh yeah? You think they basically had some stuff they learned, or they came up with a bit later that would have benefited this kit? Put a nicker. I'm curious what you mean about that by that mod, though. If you want to provide a bit more context. Okay. And I assume KPS kit is basically referring to what I was talking about earlier, where it doesn't have the softer rubber joints. Assume that's what you mean by KPS kit. Definitely not super up on a lot of the lingo along this hobby. Gotten there, but still bits and pieces here and there. There. Yeah, it's the first one of the kits that has really had like a option to really just build the. I guess you always could have done it technically, but I have a feeling a lot of these kits had like parts that would look really weird with the armor. I don't think I had the idea to do this with one of my other kits before. The only reason I really attempted it with this kit is because they actually showed it in the manual. Oh, multiple times. A lot of them show that. This one had like it forces. Okay. Moves. Here. Caps. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's definitely something noticeable on some kits I've noticed. Something I especially noticed doing the Armored Core 6 kits is they have an insane level of surface detail on some of their pieces. Like Rusty in particular, it's really obvious, but even on this guy, you can see all the like surface detail. I don't know if I'll show how well it show up on camera, but all the surface detailing on this guy on the Armored Core kits is really what really impressed me on those most of anything. It doesn't super show up well on camera, but catch it in light it does. Yeah, I could see that. Well, it's the fact that the weapons on those kits just come as plain gray. Like, I get why. It's because they're meant to be used with like any of the kits, so they wanted to keep kind of a neutral color. But it definitely took away from. I also don't like how the weapon complexity on those. Some of those aren't great. Like I know Nightfall's like machine gun is like 3 pieces total, which they have a lot of surface detail, but I kind of like a little more complex construction for those pieces. Definitely made me reconsider buying the weapon packs when I realized it was like, oh, this is like $30 kit's gonna be like 8 pieces of plastic for some. I know it's not quite that bad because some of the weapons are a bit more complex, but definitely skewed the value proposition for me a little. 26. Yeah, I've been really enjoying doing this Barbatos kit so far. Like I said, there's been a lot of like construction. How'd they put it? Techniques, I guess, would be the term to use. Like construction ideas, how they do the joints. But I haven't really seen any other kits I've done, so it's been quite a bit of fun trying it out. Yeah, what have I been watching recently? Oh, I just recently checked out Blue-Eyed Samurai with Shutswolf and Jaster. That's actually been really good so far. We watched. We're like 2 or 3 episodes into it. Been enjoyable. There's been a couple like roll your eye moments, but it's very much seemed like they were like picked their battles with it. There was a very like kind of cringy music sequence in the early parts that was like, oh, I can see why you didn't really want to fight this that much. They've also had, there's been like these, there's one instance where just very much like had a very obvious story beat they could have made. They went for something much more obvious. It's kind of stupid. Obvious good story beat, that is, rather than the way they went, where it's very, instead of going for a metaphor, they were just very literal. What do we need now? 27.8. Here. Yeah, I think my next painting project I'm gonna do is I want to paint the Physalis over here. He's got a lot. I don't really like the color of his like neutral panels. I definitely think it could be like a brighter white to make it look better. It's funny because like the painted version they have in the manual looks so much better. I think I'd like to add a little more color to it. Just put more, because I actually checked and like my blue paint I have is actually dead on for that color. So I'm actually planning to use that to add quite a bit more color detail to like the legs. I think I might try and just go for more of an original color scheme than the one it actually had. I understand going. I absolutely get going for like getting it. That's what I went with the Liger Tail here. That's why I painted it this red color to try and get it close to what it was in the game. I definitely think adding. I don't know. We'll see. Once I get the white on it, I'll see how it looks. If I think you could use the extra color, I'll add it in. Go. Oh, need more of those. Okay, get them all cut out before I start cleaning. Getting my workflow all messed up. Yeah, this has definitely been one of the more interesting kits I've done. Definitely doing, I think the Liger Tail kicked it off, where the quadruped frame on that was really interesting to put together. So I've definitely been interested in more unique design. Max. What do I need? C? Yeah, 12 and 25. That's why I picked up the Physalis, because he's got those big old boot kickers. The giant shield that he can't even remotely hold up. Still, I need to come up with like a stand solution so he can actually use the shield. C25. do want to get like it's a shame like the wouldn't mind like a really good quality like Zgok or what's the one I really like? Gelgu? The one with the like almost Ultron like really it's like a Zgok but it has long arms and like the big shoulder pads. I forget what the name of that one is specifically. I don't think it's I thought it was Gelgu, but I've recently been playing that like Generation G game. And the Gelgu it showed me in that was not that. So I think I must be thinking of a different one. Get the I also just kind of love how all the editing. It's been fun playing that G Generation game because it actually plays like clips from the old like 086 series as part of its campaign. So you actually kind of follow along the really broad strokes of the plot while you play it. Just getting the sheer like full list of all the like really obscure mechs from all the series. It's like, oh, you guys really had like Z's and G's, and you just put them in as many combinations as you could. Through a bunch of liberal use of O's and U's. Get out of here. Table scraping piece. It's good. Yeah, in terms of like other future kits I want to do, I've had my eye on. I want to find a Leo kit somewhere. I think there's like a fairly new high grade release to Leo. Wing's definitely still probably. Yeah, Wing's definitely the series I have nostalgia for. As you can probably tell, I guess my whole desk used to be Wing models, but I phased them out as I built new stuff. Yeah, I was definitely iffy on these God Hands when I first got them. But the amount of like clean up time they saved me from when I used to use an X-Acto knife for most of the stuff is pretty impressive. Even when I first started using them, I still liberally used my X-Acto knife for a bunch of stuff that didn't think I could really do as good a job with these as. But I've definitely learned some tips and tricks about like angling the blade that has made it pretty good. Yeah, what other roguelikes are there that I want to try out? I already mentioned I want to go work on my like late game stuff for Balatro and Slay the Spire. I'm meaning to try and get back to Dead Cells. I haven't played that in several updates, so there's probably a bunch of new stuff from that. Like I said, FTL is probably my all-time. Well, it was my introduction to like roguelike style game, so it has a really special place in my heart. There's been a lot of games recently advertising themselves as it's this plus FTL, but that's not exactly anything new either.
there. Take through here. Okay, like sits on there, I see. The other side comes up. Oh, is this not supposed to? Oh, it's just a rotating slightly. Orientated right? Oh, it's orientated incorrectly. What? Hold on. Examine what species proper. Orientation. Through here. Tight against this part up here. There we go. I wonder why that didn't go smoothly. I must have just brought it, came in at a weird angle. Yeah, the leg joint done it. Piston head place. It was like because that it was catching on this middle piece and that other piece I see was almost adapted this time. I noticed it halfway. Are these coming together yet? Nope, not yet. The piece by piece. On 23 and 24. Careful not to cut the knobs off at the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna need 25 next anyway, so I'll get that cut out ahead of time. Anything else from this one? 22 it looks like actually. Let's get that real quick. While we're here. Those same pieces again. That's momentum behind it. What's some other kits I have in mind for future stuff I want to build? Oh, 00 XN Razor. Actually, looks like it might be a kit I want to look into.
I watched a video basically breaking down how like the differences between the XN Razor, the Exia, and the what's the other one? Seven Swords. The three of them basically have the same base model with just different attachments. And of the three, the XN Razor definitely was the one that appealed to me the most. Dynamis is this too. I think I saw that one around the same time I saw this Buster gun. I really enjoyed this Buster gun build, so I think that one is probably one I'm gonna want to check out. I think that one comes with like a support for like lighting too, which is something I kind of want to maybe looking to get doing. Hey, Pat the guy, how's it going? Been a bit if you're who I think you are. Gonna get the wolf. Which one are you referring to as the wolf, Bob the Builder? I don't know if I've seen any of the ones recently that ring off the top of my head as being the wolf. Yeah, as I mentioned, I have been playing that Gundam like G generation game, which is it's like the SD Gundam style, which I'm not a super big fan of. But as I said, it does a pretty good job of like giving you a neat little like overview of this different Gundam series. The bit of the campaigns I've played have all included like clips basically from the animations. So it's been neat for getting a bit more context for some of the designs. Definitely a little more grunt work getting the frame done on this than it is on a lot of the other ones. But that's the thing, you put more work in, you get better results. It's always been the thing. The kits that are, as Wawa mentioned earlier on, as the wants to use something kind of time consuming for it. That's because the more time you put into it, the more proud of the end results you kind of are. That's why, as kind of tiring as some of the more complex kits are, I definitely don't shy away from it. Yeah, I actually haven't been paying too close attention to what some of the new announcements are for models. Mostly been still working through what I want, stuff that's already been out. I know nothing's really jumped out if got my attention, but I'm sure once they actually start coming out and we get more review videos, some of them will probably hop out my attention. Get off the screen a little bit here. Almost got this finished.
Yeah, see, this is the. It's in an awkward position for sure. Let's see if I can get in there. If not, I'll use the X-Acto knife. Yeah, I'll use the X-Acto knife. Let's clean this up. First. Hell yeah. Yeah. I definitely don't misuse this knife. Very sharp. It's effective, but I've also definitely like marred up kits pretty badly with it. These areas where I can't really get the flippers in, it's nothing really beats it. So let's get these other pieces cleaned up and then we can do them all with this knife. Rather than jumping back and forth, back and forth. Chunk it off here. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Pat. Really appreciate that. Yeah, no, thanks a lot. That's we've only been doing this for a couple of months, but the amount of support I've gotten, especially because the Shut's helped me out quite a bit. Shouting out his community, gotten a lot of people coming over, but it's been a great time actually. I think that's all of these, isn't it? Should we start putting this together, I think. Yeah, looks like it. Let's do it. These. What is that? So does it just sit inside? Oh, it does. Okay. Makes more sense now. Get a look at what I'm looking at here. Oh, it just slides right in here? Oh, I see. Yeah. That. Okay. The other side goes. There we go. No, just these on the bottom, right? What orientation did you need? Oh crap, I did that wrong. I gotta take that apart. I'm gonna put another piece in there before I put these together. There we go. Falls apart. Put it back together. So it wants me to slip this in. Yeah, like this. There. Then so I caught that before it gets too bored. Go. Actually pick this up and take a close look at this man. I want to make sure I orientate this wrist part properly. This.
just like this. The arm just facing that way. Snaps down. There we go. Same as the other side. Start to the side. Let's see. Would be, but weird to think of that. Good. Joint. This up. Oh, I see. I'm trying to push it too far back. Once I actually stop and look what I'm doing, it goes way smoother. Save rotation. It's still double, so it doesn't matter which way. Hell yeah. Piston time. Some nice shiny silver pieces. Which have definitely kind of been a highlight of this kit. I thought the gold pieces would be the highlight. But these silver pieces they use for the pistons definitely stand out way more than gold, even gold. Okay, then it snaps right on once it's done. Cool. Definitely notice these color pieces are fairly brittle though. I want to be real careful with these good clippers. Yeah, it's definitely something I'm considering, especially once I have a better handle on the technical back-end aspects of it. I plan to probably start multi-streaming. But I gotta figure. Especially when I was starting, I had a hard enough time paying attention to one chat, so splitting it across two might be rough. But it's definitely something I plan to do in the future. Yeah, I've been using OBS. Sure, it probably shouldn't be too hard to do multi-stream, but like I said, it's mostly just been trying to focus on two chats. Seems like it'd be challenging enough, but I guess now would be a good time to start training on it, especially when I'm not as chat busy. Got that nice little piston there. Where are we at now? Yeah, there probably is. I think Twitch has some rule that you, for on-screen chats, you don't have, but that's something I can worry about after. I think for actually your viewing, you can, probably. Yeah. What is it for? B20 block. Not actually that much. Oh, it looks like there's actually quite a bit going into the hand construction when it comes to it, but looks like we're doing independent arm construction for now, so yeah, absolutely, man. We definitely should catch up. There's a lot of fucked up shit going in the world, so I gotta forget to stay in touch with people. But I'm trying to pull myself out of that for now. Talking a lot more with my sister on the phone, which has been nice. Oh. I think I'll just do one of these arms at a time. I think it's different for each. This do we want here? Looks like the wrist construction spear was the same regardless though, so let's get that going. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun doing these builds on stream. As I said, I kind of wanted to start documenting the process of these builds anyway. And I initially tried to do it just by taking pictures, but then I realized I had like 300 pictures, which is like a pain. So doing it on video seemed like the best way to probably manage it. Figured if I was doing that anyway, I might as well stream. Oh no, A2. Actually a lot to this. 254. Seal heaven. It's definitely got. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, the especially these Gundam building streams in particular. I've noticed the community that comes out to support that has been really nice. Very eager to check out and talk with you. It's been actually super interesting. Coming up at the usual time I take a break here. We'll refill my coffee. Notice the second half of my stream, I start getting a little winded if I don't grab some caffeine. But yeah, my initial community I've had of people showing up and checking out have been super nice. A couple of them I definitely known before I started streaming for sure, but even a lot of people I had no contact with at all before even getting involved with streaming have been super nice. Yeah, it does. It kind of takes it out of your. You don't have to. You can set it up so that they have control over when you run ads, but you can tell it no, and basically you'll tell it when you want it to play ads, but it gives you no control over pre-roll ads. Basically, if I don't run like a 3-minute commercial break, it will run pre-roll ads. Some new people who show up. But if I run a commercial break, I get like an hour of no pre-roll ads or something like that. I think that's how they incentivize it, to make you want to run ads. I usually just run one at the start of my stream and one during my break, just so the people showing up for those 2 hours get no pre-roll ads. But other than that, I don't really touch it. I don't think it'll force it to. I think it'll do like the weird picture-in-picture ads without asking you. But I think in terms of actually like interrupting your stream to play an ad, I don't think it'll do it without your permission. Just highly incentivize you to do it. At least I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to my own stream too much. I don't think it's playing anything besides pre-roll ads. If it does, people chirp up, let me know. I am not 100% of. Hold on. That's my understanding of the system, at least so far. This is the wrong piece? Oh no, this is the right piece. Just looking at a weird angle. Thumb tube. Put the back plate on. Activation does this go on though? This. Let's see. Oh, okay. Slides right. Thumb through. Gotcha. Let's do the open hands temporarily. Do like the kind of clawed appearance this guy's hands. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, because I think the last time, yeah, it's been over 2 hours now. So I last did my pre-roll ad, my ad break. So after an hour, it starts playing pre-roll ads for everyone who shows up. But I don't think what you're watching, I don't think it'll interrupt the stream to show you another one, unless I tell it to. Yeah, they really highly, right, when I had all the ad stuff enabled, they really like highly encourage you to like let us handle it. And I looked at what it was. It is that where it'll like out of your control play ads. It's like, no, I don't think so. Oh, it's up the way. Is this little piece here? Wait, what? Oh, that's a weird spot. Radius. Where's my knife? No. Oh, it's a big yes hand. I think that's it. Hey, Hey, Drew, welcome, welcome. I believe this one is number 14 that I've done on stream so far, I think. Yeah, I got these 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A little 10 behind me there. Yeah, this is actually, this one might be 12th or 13th on stream. I like 14th altogether. Yeah, it's been fun. I'm at the point now where I kind of have to rotate them out because I don't have enough stands. Definitely something next time I end up picking up a bunch, I'm going to be grabbing a bunch more stands so I can display a lot more of them. It's been a good time. This one I'm working on right now was one that was really highly recommended by a lot of people. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Got mostly just the underframe done on it so far. Yeah, I actually had to kind of cut back on the amount of building streams I was doing per week because I was going through my backlog too quickly. But on the other side of that, I've also taken up some more. Oh man, yeah, there it is. Now that I actually have the arm piece on, I can actually see the like piston articulation on the shoulder. That's great. Yeah, but now that I've actually started getting into a bit more painting some of these models, I'm planning to start doing that to make up for only doing one build stream a week. Yeah, let's get that other arm done. Lift arm frame. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Drew. Hope you're having a great night. How's things been with you? Oh, nice! What type of new paints did you get? And thanks for linking that, storyteller. Paint construction. Yeah, I definitely haven't really gotten into checking out different qualities and types of paints that much. I mostly stuck to just basic acrylic stuff going. Learning my painting techniques. But I am interested in looking into some of the more, as I said, a lot of these model paints and specifically have a lot of like surfactants and stuff in them that are supposed to make them have really nice finishes. Three. Eight, 9. This one or is this already cut out? This one's already cut out. There we go. Mm, 11 for the thumb. Oh, throat's getting dry. Give me 1 second here. Excellent. And these fingers cut out too. Oh, that sounds like it'd be really neat. And I don't really remember off the top of my head there, Drew. What do you use those to paint for? Is that just for actual, like, painting, or do you paint miniatures or models or something? Sorry if you told me before and I just forgot. Gonna use my knife for this piece, I think. Do some awkward angles. Side until then. Oh, nice. Yeah, I imagine that'd be nice for minis. But actually, especially if it's like a shifting color kind of pearlescent effect, it might be nice on something with like a large surface area too, actually, now that I think about it. That would really like highlight the shifting effect of it. It was on a large wide piece. Hey, full frontal new type, how's it going? Thanks for joining us this evening. Hope you're having a lovely evening. Great evening. Hey, hope you have a great night, Pat. Thanks for joining. And as I said, I'll try to catch up with you off stream here sometime. I'm free most of the day nowadays, so see you pop on Steam or someone hit you up. Once I get this arm on, I'll go for my break. We come back, we'll get the decals on the arms. And actually, yeah, I should probably wait and put them on the actual model until I get the decals on, shouldn't I? And then we can do the head and get the head decals on. Whatever time we have left, probably toss a couple strategic armor plates on there based on what I want it to look like for a little bit. Oh, yeah, that would be great for beetles, like a pearlescent color scheme. That would actually be super, like, thematically appropriate, too. Now I need that exact knife to do a little bit of cleanup here. Rough edge. Really going to fix that, so I'm just going to stop trying. So, there we go. Yeah, probably really nice for like insect wing effects too, actually. Now that I think about it. As well as the shell. It's actually probably more likely what you're referring to. Oh, that's why that piece looks so weird. It was the nub itself was like bent back. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better now. Okay, hand construction time. Yeah, sorry, Full Frontal. I haven't really gotten anything set up for channel commands just yet. Unfortunately, gotten fairly busy with real life stuff recently, so I haven't gotten as much of the back end stuff done as I would like. She gotta hit up. I know Kirito is really involved getting shots set up in his Discord. I gotta hit him up sometime. Let's go. Yes, I see. Perfect. Circle thumb. Go. Still there. Probably take it off before I apply the decals on it. There's our fairly detailed. Like this arm construction is really nice for even with the elbow piston, which is definitely a highlight. The hand construction is a lot more unique than it has been with some of my other models. The neck has a piston, I just realized. That's cool. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna take a quick 10-minute break here. When we return, we'll get putting the decals on these arms, then get the head together, and probably slap a couple pieces of armor on here. We might also start making a call on what of these decals we might want to remove. I think I might wait until I get some of the armor on to make the decision, because if the armor's gonna cover some of it, I don't super care. Yeah, if you're going for Nurgle bug riders, like creamy pearlescent would definitely probably give you the ick factor you're looking for. But yeah, I'm gonna take a quick 10-minute break here. I'll be back at approximately whatever your local time is, 26 after the hour. I hope you'll join me when I return. Thanks for coming out, everyone. If you can't stick around, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Talk to those who do later. Be right back. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Gameplay? No, we went live. Where are you, live? There you are. Hey, thanks for that, storyteller. Welcome back, everyone. So now, test it out if this works. Get these arms off to make applying the decals a little easier. Here we have our very busy decal guy. Ooh, excuse me. 2 and 3 on the front of the shoulders. Actually, in between the shoulders, the tags on the shoulder. Number 2. Oh, this is very tiny words. Armor lock. I'll put my nose here in a second. Sorry. Let's get this one sticker on first. Do with me stippling for a little bit. Actually, before I get the sticker even in my hand, I'm gonna go blow my eyes. Sorry, just take a second. Sorry about that. I just knew that was going to get more and more annoying the longer I left it, so I figured I'd do it before my hands got too busy.
Armor lock, you say? Whenever I hear armor lock, I always think of Halo. I don't know if it was widely used in other stuff before then, I just never noticed, or... Are you sit down here? Oh, you are. So where's this going? It's going in between the pegs and the shoulder. That's not a whole lot of space. Oh, did I do that perfectly first try? Can't be that lucky, can I? That looks pretty good. Probably gonna have to use the pointy end to get rid of most of this. That's pretty good. Went straight for the first try. Arrow underneath. It's pretty easy. It was actually much easier than I expected it to be, going with that such a tight space. But I imagine the tight spaces actually helps with the sticker placement. Yeah, 3, the opposite direction armor lock. Why does it look like there's a... This sure looks like there's a sticker missing from here. Did that like flip off when I was doing something else? Just look really closely. And that would suck. These hard enough finding tiny little pieces of this stuff. I start looking for stickers too. Huh. That's not good. Maybe I'll just pretend I didn't see that for now until it becomes a problem. Just be a little more careful when I'm handling the sticker sheet from now on. Keep looking, expecting to see it. Surely she's probably flown off somewhere else now. Oh, wait. Found it! Hey, Douglas Prime! Thank you for the follow! Welcome, welcome. I literally can't believe I found that sticker. Oh, I almost lost it again. I can't believe that flew off the sheet and I found it. God, this piece does not want to attach to anything. Does it not have adhesive? There we go. Maybe. From honestly, from what I've heard, people who have a lot of experience with these models, the like water transfer decals are the way to go. If you actually wanted to properly detail it using these stickers. As I said, for almost all of these kits I've done, I haven't touched these stickers. Because in most cases, I just found it generally makes the model look worse. But I haven't tested that theory since I was like a little kid. And I fully recognize that a lot of that theory probably came from me just being unsure of my skill in applying stickers properly that don't look awful.
Are there more Gundam pilots like me?
Hey, thanks for the raid, Douglas Prime. And thanks once again for the follow before that. Hope you had a great stream. What were you working on? Yeah, I generally don't bother with these stickers, but I kind of Like, there was a lot of neat detail, and there was like a sticker guide for putting stickers specifically on the underframe. So I figured I'd give it a shot, just to kind of see what it looks like. Oh. See, it slides around. I believe so. I believe they use similar concepts to that. Wow, that piece just flicked off. I can't believe I still spotted it. Jeez, I'm getting so lucky with this piece as well as unlucky. Yeah, I haven't really tried them myself, so I'm not 100% on that, Drew. Oberon 1100, huh? Not familiar with that off the top of my head. I'll have to look that up here in a second. Yeah, I haven't done them myself yet, Drew, so I can't really definitively say how they work. But the bit I've seen of people doing them in videos, it's, yeah, you basically take the bit of it and you soak it with water, and you basically slide it off the paper onto your piece. It's like water transfer decals. I haven't done them myself, so I can't really speak authoritatively on how they work. But they're the they're the type of stuff that like they're for a lot of the premium companies, like the third-party companies that make stuff for the kits. They make like really high-quality decal kits, kind of like the aftermarket stuff you can get for stuff. Yeah, I heard it can be really tough, especially when you're new. And as I said, I'm kind of trying to get a little bit of experience doing these stickers first before I jump into even trying something like that. Generally hasn't been going great either. I've definitely run into my own share of problems doing it on this kit. But I'm glad I'm doing it because I'm getting experience doing it. Oh. Jeez. Use too much force. That's gonna make this awkward to use. Works in the air with the sticker. Yeah, this sticker had a rough time too. Not sticking the best. Oh yeah, that sounds like that would be horrid. I didn't even think of that, Douglas. As I said, it's probably something I'm going to end up doing, because it seems like if you want to get a really good, nicely done decals, that's the route you go with. God, this sticker does not want to stick. Got bounced around too much. I might have to go get another toothpick, rebuild this. Yeah, I think this piece might have been off the sheet for too long and lost a lot of its adhesive. It is not sticking very well. Oh, it's getting there. Just gotta keep working on it. Yeah, I hope you have a great night, Douglas. Thanks again for the raid and the follow. I'll definitely keep an eye out and try and check your stream out next time you're streaming. Yeah, and from my understanding, it's like the edges of those water, like there are no edges, is the main thing, the big advantage of them. Okay, I'm gonna stop fiddling with this, just make it worse. Because from a distance, it still looks pretty okay. That's a nice thing about the super small details like this, is from a distance, it still looks pretty good. You don't really see the flaws unless you get right up on it. And when you have it on display, you're not doing that often. Yeah, I already did this arm, right? Yep. So what's next? I need 4s on the arm joints, inner arm joints. But first, I'm gonna quickly go run and grab another toothpick. Oh wait, there's one right here. I can shave down. There's good. And I just need a sanding stick to round off this end. And sticks immediately splintering. Huzzah. There we go. Still a little. There we go. It's still a little sharp, but let me flatten it. Go. Remade my thing. Let's get rid of this trash. We want 4s. It's on the inner part of the joint. Yeah, the inner part. Lined up with generally the outside. Let's see. Can I get this out of the way? If possible? No, that eats even more in the way. This is about as much out of the way as it's going to be. That's awkward. Oh, sorry. Bumping the camera with my head. Yeah, that's definitely the thing I noticed, because like when I did these decals on the legs, like these are actually fairly like askew and off center. But then I realized when I like took a step back, it's like, oh, you can't tell at all from a distance. So I really stopped worrying so much about it. Now, let me get over to my Twitch interface here so I can pay attention to that. Hell yeah. So this is an awkward angle. I really wish I had put this on the other side. I don't want to do fix there, please. Yeah. That's what I didn't want it to happen. There we go. So let's just try and reposition this. This other side. Risky, risky, risky. Yeah, the permanent thing is the thing is with those decals is definitely a thing as well for me, Drew. Because as I said, I'm not super confident in my placement abilities. My hands are still fairly shaky, so I haven't really. I need to use my stand more, so I don't have to have an extra finger to move stuff around. Grab that piston. Oh, don't pull the piston all the way out. There we go. Now it'll give me a free hand to apply pressure when I need to. Trying to put my hair in frame. Oh my lord, stick please. So tiny, I don't really want to. Hey, you know the thing I called garbage earlier? Let's forget I said that. I'm now using that garbage for protective purposes. There we go. And it's all centered, but it's all centered in a way that actually makes it more visible, which I kind of like. The arrow underneath. Use this angle. This little bit here underneath the shoulder. There we go. Let's do it a little bit right here. There we go. Yeah, it definitely shows up better on the darker colors. I actually don't mind these markings all that much. This white on black markings actually look pretty okay. What else is new? Oh, I need to do the same thing on the other arm now. Let's, oh yeah, I need to be at that angle to hold it, doesn't it? One of these. Why did you stick my finger and not the toothpick? Why did you just disappear from my finger? Oh, damn it. Went flying when I moved, because I probably was breathing out at the same time. And I got lucky once today, I'm not going to get lucky again, am I? Definitely got to be more careful with these stickers. I don't think there's like extras. Like white on clear background doesn't make it easy to find either. Real close look, make sure it didn't get caught somewhere else in this sheet. Nope. Catching the edge. Meaning it's probably in the carpet somewhere. So let's just grab another one and we'll reduce it later if we don't need it. Keep my eyes out for it though. Pretty sure it couldn't wait. Is that it? Is it a shaving of some kind? It's a shaving of some kind. This is gonna drive me crazy, isn't it? I'm sure it's probably somewhere just in vision. I just can't see it. I wonder if it never actually was on my thumb. I wonder if I mistook that little ridge for it. Let me just take one last look here, just to be sure before I grab another. I magically managed to find it last time, but I don't think I'm going to be that lucky this time. That's real close to love. Well, grab another. I said, I think a good chunk of these I'm going to end up removing anyway, but I wanted to try at least get them all, but there's lots of these ones. Actually, of any of the ones on the sheet I was going to lose, this is probably one of the better ones. There's lots of extras. I don't know if they're extra or not, but I can always just not put them on. Some of these must be like exterior parts too. Why are you so bad at sticking? Absurd. Oh, don't you... Maybe I'm not built for stickers. Yeah, I hope you have a great night, Drew. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a lovely night and a lovely rest of your week. Oh, it's on the wrong side, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Mother... Oh, well. Pretend I didn't see that to assuage some compulsions. Anything else in the arms here? We want that same thing on the elbow joint, but I'm going to leave that off for now in case we... And I want the same thing on the back. Oh, it wants one on the back too. Let's do that. That's something different. Rather than just doing the same one we've been doing. Where does it want this one exactly? The head of the piston? Let's look here. Oh, it pulled the piston right out. Jeez. Did you notice? Piston back in. Yeah, okay, wants it right here. On the top of this piston head. Oh, it's head. Out of very carefully. What else does it do that? Round it in. Oh. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of these white outline red stickers. I don't know if I'll leave these on. Definitely of the stickers I put on, the ones I want to remove are probably these ones, at least the ones that are more visible. I actually don't mind like the ones on the back of the legs here, or the knee parts. This one I really don't like. So that's more just random personal opinion more than anything. And the stuff. This is way more stressful than the building part of this, honestly. Like, this is almost exactly why I've avoided doing stickers on most of my models I've done up to this point. I always find this part so much more stressful than any part of the building. But it's something I do want to get more experience doing, because, as I said, down the line, the water decals seem to be the way to go. This, like, application handedness and, like, steadiness is stuff I'll need to do that, even if the application method was slightly different. Plus, I want the experience of at least trying it. I've trash talked stickers forever. So I really need to at least give it the old college try that I'm a little more experienced. So I can continue to talk trash with experience backing it up. So where else do we want to put these? I want them on the back of there and on the side of the elbows. On both sides of the elbows. Yep, so that's where... Oh, there's still one left over. Where is it? Oh, did we actually get spares? Because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we technically only need 4 more, so they did give us spares. Oh, that's awesome. I'll still wait to the very end, but that's fantastic news. They actually gave us spares of that one. Because, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's 12. So there's 2 extras. Sick. Okay. That's actually fantastic news that there are some extras. That makes me a little more confident going into what I'm doing here. So it still wants to be the inside on the back, right? Yep. I did put that on the wrong spot. Oh no, this one's right. It's the other arm I did wrong. Oh, fuck that up. I never fucked that up. There we go. Finally got it. And I'm at the awkwarding angle. Oh, that actually works though for this side. Are you kidding me? You little piece of shit. Hey, Kirito! Welcome, welcome! How you doing this evening? Man, I'm looking around way over at chat at the wrong times here. This piece goes flying, I'll never even notice. Come on, you wrangly rabbit. You need to stop being so picky, just apply it. This is actually pretty good. Yeah, those two things usually come in hand. It's amazing how being busy in one field makes it really hard to be busy in the other. And I fucked this up. Doing myself any favors here, am I? I know what I need. I need my grippers. Okay, I need to actually like have something hold the stand so I can use my other hand to apply pressure. Where are you gonna grab? Where are you going to grab? Here? That works. Shaky ass hands. There we go. Not too bad. That was a decent recovery. A little rougher because of it, but not enough to really cause issue at the end, I think. Anything I might end up just trimming off that side a bit. Went a little far. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Where's the knife? Yeah. Been playing or watching anything interesting besides Bua, Kirito? Yep, I've fallen behind too. I've watched about half the season worth of Call of the Night and Day to Day so far. I'm pretty caught up on Day to Day. I think I'm only like one episode behind on Day to Day. I have the advantage of like I know the source material on that, so I'm not too worried about that. Call of the Nights are doing a great job of its adaptation. I want to finish To Be Hero X. We're like 2 or 3 episodes into that. There's a lot of that that's intriguing. But I also been checking out. Shet showed me Blue-Eyed Samurai, which is like a Netflix animation. Like not, I don't know actually know where it's made. Almost arcane-ish in spots, but it also has like a lot of different art styles. It actually reminded me of 2B Hero X a lot, and then it's like art style switch ups. I'll just rotate the arm. Bumping the mic. Yeah, I've mostly been, in terms of games, I've been getting back into playing Risk of Rain 2, which has been a lot of fun. I'm probably going to end up playing that on stream here pretty soon. I'm thinking about doing one of my gaming slots a week being like roguelike rotation or something like that. Just playing a bunch of the roguelikes I have on the go, like Risk of Rain I still have a lot of my end game achievements in like Balatro and Slay the Spire I want to keep cracking at. I want to have an excuse to get back into Dead Cells, which would be fun. And I want an excuse to play FTL on stream, because FTL is still probably my favorite game. It was the very first like roguelike game I played. Cool. Elbow time. What side of the elbow does it want it on? It is on the outside of the elbow. Which of these sections is it in? It is in section directly beside pickup, so right here. This one. This is awkward. Oh, is it awkward though? Or is it actually perfect and easy? Leaning towards perfect and easy. And insanely lucky. I am not gonna argue that. Definitely get better at this though. And the other side. But oh, they announced they're doing the Fujimoto one shots. They announced they're gonna be doing like the anthology of one shots he did as like a different studio for each one. That's gonna be really good. I love those short story anthologies. It also means they're almost guaranteed to probably end up doing Goodbye Eri. And then once they've done Goodbye Eri, they're out of stuff to do. They'll have to do Fire Punch. Or they're cowards. For those who aren't super familiar with Fujimoto's work, Chainsaw Man is is not very weird. It is very weird. And Fire Punch makes Chainsaw Man look absolutely normal by comparison. It is insane. In not necessarily all the good ways. Some very dark subject material in that. Although very consistent themes for Fujimoto, which is part of why I love these one shots that are going to be starting getting animated. Is there's themes in those that is like, oh, you've been playing around with these ideas for a long time, haven't you? Yeah, I do. They've been nice for doing this detail work because it allows me to pretty much pose it at whatever angle I want. Not super happy with the quality of these clips, but I can probably recycle the magnets and just replace the heads on them, and they would probably be just fine. Yeah, it's definitely been nice, especially when I'm doing the painting stuff. It's been super useful. It's paying off right now doing these stickers. Sorry, my hair's in the frame there. Let me back up a little. Definitely this detail-oriented work takes me a little more focus. Forgive me of any extreme shortcomings when I'm in the middle of it. There we go. Oh, there's an attraction to that simplicity. I've seen a lot of people setups for like painting and stuff that use that exact setup, and there's an attraction to that simplicity to it. As I said, these are, if I work around where the clip attaches to the wire too much, it'll come loose. So the added like technical stuff has downsides in that it has much more failure points than your wooden sticks. Simple's nice because it's hard to fuck up simple. Like, your ceiling's definitely a lot lower, but your floor is also a lot higher. Rotate this around. Let's do the other side. Yeah, thanks for joining me, Spade. Hope you're having a great evening. Hey, thanks for this follow, Spade. Really appreciate that. I'm definitely a big noob when it comes to applying these decals. But that's kind of why I'm forcing myself to do all the decals on this one, is I want to get a bit more experience with them. And as I said, I've talked a lot of trash about stickers on these models before, and I haven't really tried to do like a full sticker application for probably a couple decades. So probably should at least give a college try to a model before I start talking trash about them again. At least then I'll have evidence to back it up. Evidence-based hating, the way to be. Yeah, Deathlock ringtone. I was looking around for sound effects to use for my stuff, and I found like my old Google Drive folder, and I had that from when I made a text it into a text tone, and it fit so well. I'm glad I still had it. There we go. Elbows are done on that one, and on that one, even though it doesn't look quite as good. That'll be the inside elbow we don't see as much. Anything else we need to put on these arms? Oh, we gotta put these back ones on, 2 and 3, and then we'll be done. What is it? Oh, it's armor lock again. Which direction the arrow was pointing? The arrow's pointing in. Why would it not be pointing in? I think it's pointing out on the chest. That's why. Yeah, that's one thing with this decal application I've seen. Is like, oh, maybe it's because they're supposed to point towards each other. Maybe that's why. Okay, I shouldn't talk without actually thinking. But like, on most of the pistons, it's horizontal. But for some reason on these shoulder pistons, it's parallel. Yeah, sorry, perpendicular to the piston, parallel to the piston. So I don't really know why it's different there. But while I'm talking, let me put this in. So this is going to be pointing in, right? Sorry. Got off track. Yep. Yeah, so I should be able to apply this right here. Hell yeah. Good. Go. Just gotta do this arm. Yeah, that series is so great. I really need to go back, and I didn't keep up with the more recent seasons of it. I think I still have like 1 or 2 seasons I haven't watched, so I really need to go back and check it out. But I once tried to play a drinking game with Death what was it? Metalocalypse, that's the name of the show. Where you would take a drink anytime anyone said the word death, or anytime someone died. And I could not, I think I lasted 2 episodes. That was I think it was the last time I played like a show-based drinking game too. Because it fucked me up. Like it was a bad scene. We played to do it for like 6 hours and we made it like 2 hours in. Oh hell yeah! What kit bash are you working on, Spade? That sounds, I'm super interested in custom kit stuff like that. Definitely a direction I kind of will probably end up going more in like a diorama direction with custom stuff, but I love hearing about kit bash kits and stuff. So what are you working on? Yeah, this is my first Barbatos kit. It's been really nice so far. I fucked this up pretty bad, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Let me reset this. Let me reset this. Actually, let me count here. How many 2s are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many 2s are on the stickers? 1, 2, 3. Wait, really? 3 is all you use? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna tear this off and use one of these extras to give me this much. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, no more 2s. Wow, they give you a lot of the extras of those. Yeah, I'm just gonna tear that off and try and use a new one then. They give me that many extras. That's a nice discovery. Like 5 extras. Stick you back here in case we get desperate. Oh, we already finished. Sick. Oh, that's sick, actually. I need to check out the Gundam Breaker games. I've heard they're really nice, but I haven't tried them at all myself. I haven't really tried any of the Gundam video games. I've heard most of them are pretty poor quality. But that's very much trusting what people are saying rather than making my own opinions, which is something I generally try not to do. Wait, what about 3? Let me double check with this one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, same with that other one. There's only 3 of this other one. Oh, that one looks much better. Yeah, do you have is there one of the Gundam Breaker games you recommend starting with if you wanted to play them? Okay, I think that's all of the decals for the arms, so let's put them back on. Wait, what? Oh, these are the wrong arms. That's hilarious. I had them turned around when I was doing the decals. Yeah, those decals are looking pretty okay. Not hating those. I should fix that. That's in the wrong spot. I have an extra, so I might as well replace it before. Gundam Breaker 4. I'll look into that. Are those PC or are they one of the consoles? Man, this is weird. Oh, perfect. I'd probably want to check out one of the ones on PC. I don't currently have a capture card, so if I wanted to stream any of them, I would have to get one. Which wouldn't be too bad. My friend Shutswolf has a really nice capture card, so I'd probably just get his recommendation for it. So I do want to play some of the older Armored Core games too. It would be fun. Sunk so many hours into 2. Really fun to go back and play that. Gundam Breaker 4. I'll have to look into that after stream. So I tried out the their like mobile game they have now, that like Gundam G Generations or whatever, but that's the SD style, so it's really not super attractive to me. I'm not a huge fan of that SD style. It reminds me a lot of like Funko Pops, not a good way. I don't like to talk shit about Funko Pops too much, because a lot of people do like them. I don't want to yuck people's yums, but sometimes maybe when I'm under the intoxication of something, bring it up, and I'll tell you what I feel about Funko Pops. Yeah, I don't have a Steam Deck, unfortunately. And Horse Girls only has so much longevity as a time waster on your phone. Although I did start getting back into that recently as well. That's not too bad. Although it was pretty nice when I first got a Switch and I just put FTL and Into the Breach on it. Just played that forever. Yeah, we're all decaled up so far. Let's get us a noggin on here. Oh, I absolutely get that. If I was actually looking for like gameplay experiences, but they're nice for like 5-10 minute bursts when you just have some time to waste. If I wanted to sit down and play a game, I probably would spend too much time on those. I do like Zenless quite a bit, but it's a little more action oriented in the gameplay. It's still really simple when I don't play it on a phone, but Oh, I think we're all decaled up except for the head now. Yep. So let's jump back and build ourselves a. No, I think it's actually like right at the start, isn't it? No, the chest unit's at the start. Head unit. There we are. Yeah, I absolutely respect the decision not to bother with them because they are fairly empty in a lot of ways. There's, I don't know, there's merit in all artistic things as much as some, you could argue some of those games aren't artistic, but Sloth is art. Not good art, but it's art. As long as it's made by a person, just to clarify. Three here. What else do we need here? 24. We got ourselves a chin. Oh, we need 25 too. Let's get that cut out. Oh, I need E. To E. Oh, it's this one. The armor plating one. 32. Oh, it's the eyes. The green eyes. It's not going to tell me to put a green sticker over this green plastic, is it? I hate when they do that. Oh, look, you are. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. If you have green plastic for the eyes, I'm not going to put a sticker over it. So what is it asking for? Is that one or... Where are those sticker bits? What keyword on them? I did. Oh, the constantly long updating ones suck shit. I agree with that. Yeah, that's the problem is I don't think there's been like a mobile game version of an actual established game franchise that has been competitive. I don't know if I want to use these. It's just going to be literally on top of this already green plastic. This doesn't make any sense. Why would you do that? This like clear green plastic is obviously going to look better than these stickers. I guess if you're in like a dark setting where you don't have a lot of ambient light, it would look better maybe. I can understand if this was like clearer, but it's another contentious point. This seems like it would be a lot more difficult to remove after the fact than the rest of the decals as well, so I don't know if I'll go through with this. I'll see what it looks like at a certain point, and then we'll decide whether we put them on or not. Is this ready? I haven't really played much of the Mega Man games. I really enjoyed the weird like card builder one they did. Battle Network? I think that's the only one I really put any amount of time into. They had it on the Game Boy, I think. Game Boy Advance.
Mega Man's definitely a gap in my gaming knowledge experience. How do we do it? At least the head construction doesn't seem to be too overly complex. Oh, nice. Yeah, that would be super convenient for that purpose. I am looking forward to getting more into the painting side of things. Like, actually, like, having the painting planned out before I build. So I'm definitely, like, a super novice when it comes to the painting side of this thing. Like, this one here has been my first model I painted in, like, 2 decades. I did his guns and a bit of detailing on his head. But I want to get into it more. I'm probably going to end up doing this, Vizalis here on the desk. I'm probably going to give him a paint job for my next project. How does this piece go on? Jeez, this is awkwardly shaped. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it, especially for my first time doing it a bit. Like, you can definitely tell which pieces I did first. Like, I did this songbird first, and I didn't have my thinning of the paint quite down. So it's definitely a lot more noticeable here. But I think I did, like, this guy last, and it's definitely looking a little smoother. It is definitely still a little, not even a coat. Like, it's definitely a little darker in the open areas, but I kind of like that effect, especially for it. It gives it almost like a wear effect. That's definitely something else I want to get more into, is doing like wear effects and stuff like that. Because I kind of have, I want to get into doing dioramas, because my local convention has like diorama competitions. So I'd love to do one for that. For that, I really want to get into doing like battle damage and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely something I want to get more experience with. And once I have my hand painting down, because I also kind of want to get back into painting miniatures again, which is something I haven't done in forever. Because I think last time I cleaned out my like storage unit, I found a box of Tyranids when I was a kid that I'd only ever tried to paint like one of. It's like a full battle box Tyranids. I kind of want to get back into painting miniatures as well, and I figured hand painting on these much bigger size models would help warm me up for it. Okay. Which orientation does this want to be? Like this, okay. This one. That's the neck joint. Oh, I bet that's a fun way to learn, at least. You definitely probably made you share mistakes, I'm sure, but seems like that might be I guess you did a lot of prep with the YouTube tutorials. Oh yeah, that doesn't get stickers at all. That looks fantastic. Stickers on that. It's not pink eyes, is it? Nope, make sure. Yeah, airbrushing definitely seems like the path I'll probably end up going for painting this stuff in the end.
Even if it just ends up for doing base coats and like large swaths of color, and then doing hand painting on the details. But yeah, from everything I've read, people talking about it, looking at people's work, it seems to be the way to go for sure. Other side on. Yeah, I've been enjoying taking it slow and learning hand painting though. I'm glad I kind of went this route, as much as it probably will end up being a little esoteric. But it's just nice for doing some small detail work. Yeah, that'll be really cool having two of them with like basically your skill gap visible in the exact same model. That'll be really interesting to see. The head's pretty simple construction. Yeah, why would you put the stickers on that? That looks fine. I can see, I guess if we were in really dark, the stickers would probably show up a lot better, but I'm fine with that. Let's take a look. Oh, let's put one on and see what it looks like. It's not like I'm gonna save these and use them for something else. Talk shit unless I back it up in some way. See what it looks like. Well, that's neat. Basically working on a model to put on display for him. That's cool. I've heard a couple other people talk about doing that. Okay, fair contrast. Yeah, that sticker looks awful. I'm taking that off. I gave it a shot. My instincts were correct. Clean this off at some point, get all the adhesive off, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'll go with that Q-tip later and that'll be good. For now, gave you a shot, eye stickers, be gone with ye. What's next in the head construction? Armor. Wait, where's this other? 3. Where does 3 go? Is this on the head unit somewhere? Weird. I wonder where that is supposed to go. Is it on the chest unit somewhere, maybe? Is it in that work diagram in the back? No, this is all the regular short markings. Oh, I guess it could be on the big armor plate. That would make sense. Oh well, I don't see it here. I don't really like this look of this sticker from other places. Oh, get away. Haunted my sheets. Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome, Spade. Where does the sticker go? Must be on the chest unit somewhere. What's this building? Must be on the back unit or something. Bizarre, because there's only one of them. I thought it would be on this head unit somewhere, but I don't really see a good place to put it. It must be on like the backpack, maybe, or the weapon. Oh, the weapon would make sense. It's on the side of the weapon. Let's look for that. Just want to double check that before we move on to the next step. Yep, that's on the side of the weapon. Okay. Mystery solved. I'm gonna get rid of this piece of work that's really annoying. It really has been haunting my fingers. There. And you're home. Oh, that's awesome too. Oh, you got third in your first competition? That's sick. That's actually amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to maybe trying. Like, I checked out this year's like model competition they had. There was some nice stuff there, but it definitely didn't seem like anything oh, that's your Dunning-Kruger type effect. You think you can do it until you actually try. That's not Dunning-Kruger. I forget what the name for that effect is, but definitely seemed like I could probably do something on par with a lot of the stuff they had on display there. They had some neat categories too. Wait, is this actually all the head parts? Yeah, it is. Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta do markings on this thing now. Easier before I attach it, so let's take a peek. Nothing on the front of the head, nothing on the side of the head. Oh, there's two on the back of the 11 and 12 on the back of the head. Oh, that's always good. Have a high level standards for your own work is definitely quality to be admired, and I definitely find I have a good enough mentality a lot of time, but I'm not really making stuff for competition. I'm just making it for my own enjoyment. It's for sure not a bad trade at all, especially if you're making stuff for competition. Where's that marking sheet? 11 and 12. I can't even read what that says, it's so tiny. Oh, it's the Barbatos designation, just super tiny. Okay. Took me a second to really stare at it to figure out what it was saying. Oh, come on, man. Sorry. No, that wasn't so bad. A little off center, but you won't be able to tell for distance. Not off center, a little angled. And as I said, I'm kind of just putting all these decals on just to get the experience of doing it. I think I'll end up taking a good chunk of these off before I put the final build together. But I wanted to at least give it a shot, so I can say I've done at least one kit with all the decals. Ugh. Definitely not my favorite part of doing these, is doing this. This is definitely why I generally avoid it. Yeah, most likely I'll end up trying that. Especially if I get any kits that come with it included, because I think some of the higher end kits usually include a couple of those, don't they? Or is that all third-party stuff? Not third-party, but like secondary purchase rather than included. Am I reading this wrong? Yeah, it definitely is something we're gonna try down the road. Especially as I heard the results are way better than these stickers, which I can see for sure. But it seems very unforgiving, so I'm very kind of reluctant to try until I get a bit more experience and steadier hands. As you see, I'm not exactly doing great here. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, actually, that's pretty okay. Straighter than the other side, for sure. Can't read it anyway, so. Let's get this. There we go. I think that's pretty much the inner frame done. I'd say it is. Nice. That's pretty good. Now let's go through which of these are we gonna want to keep. Once it has armor on, it'll be a little better. But as I said, I don't really like these up here, so I think we might get rid of those. Because like this back piece doesn't have it, does it? No, like this back piston is completely uncovered, so it's not like all the pistons have them. So if that's the case, I'd rather get rid of the one set of pistons that have it parallel rather than every other piston having it perpendicular. So let's get rid of those. Let me take a quick picture here. I want to document this a little bit because I want to see it with. Okay. That is very good information to know, Spade. Thank you. I'll definitely keep that in mind if I ever want to start trying out the water decals. I'll probably end up trying them on a non-painted kit first. So I might try Bandai for that. But if I ever do want to do it on a painted kit, I'll definitely make sure I'm using the third-party ones. I'll actually probably do a lot of research to make sure I'm using ones that are okay. Yeah, I just want to take a quick picture of this here. Get rid of some of my background stuff. Just so I can kind of document how it looks with all the decals on. Out of frame, you. That should be good. Back shot. Cool. Now that it's documented, let's get picky. Removing these ones. Don't mark this up too much. Let's use the stupid thing to this knife. Wait, where did my toothpick actually go? Oh, it swept away. It'll pop up. This will do for now. So the Sazabi Verkai MG comes with water slide decals, Spade? Because that is one of the kits in my backlog, so that might be the time I experimented with them is on that kit. It's peeled up enough. Go. Put it on the graveyard. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, so I have that. So I do have some Bandai water slides I'll get to at least practice with. Because I don't think I'm planning to paint that Sazabi kit. At least off the bat. So if I do plan to paint it later, I can just take the water slide decals off before I paint it. After, yeah. Or just even paint over them if they're not in the way. But I'll make sure not to put the Bandai ones on the outside of paint. Is that even if you had a finish on it? So a lot of what I remember reading is about doing water slides and like panel lining is maybe doing it after a coat of finish is a suggestion I read a lot. But I don't know why I'm just saying. Asking the question is if you've doing this for 10 years, you obviously have a good idea what you're doing, but it's more out of curiosity to correct me, knowing I'm wrong. Yeah, let's keep going. Take these ones out. Sticker graveyard. I'll probably get this clean. Get all that adhesive off later to make them nice and shiny. Okay, how do we feel about the rest of these stickers? I'm okay with these white markings here. The white markings on the elbows are actually kind of nice. These markings in the chest and the side of the chest and here are okay. I like the white on black markings in general. How do we feel about these red and white piston covers that are here, here, and that appears to be it? Yeah, here, 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 and here. Those I don't mind too much. I'd prefer if they were just one color, but I'm okay with this. Like, I like just singular colors like these quite a bit. I'm okay with those. I like the white markings all along here. Those ones are okay. I wish these were lined up better to make them look better. Do I have extras of those? 7 and 8, we have 6 of each. Huh. Good to know. Is that literally the only place it's used? Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. All these 8s are extra. Oh, there's only 2 extra though, so I can only redo one or the other. Yeah, I think it'll be cool anyway. I think I'm gonna take these red ones off. Well, those don't look like from a distance. Those don't look awful. And they'll probably be covered by the armor eventually anyway, won't they? Oh yeah, they absolutely will. So yeah, let's leave those one on. I mainly took these ones off because they were visible. I knew they would be visible in the end product. Oh, and then actually all these pistons are mostly covered anyway too. So yeah, I'm okay leaving those pistons covers on. And yeah, that part will be covered again, so I'm okay leaving those on. Those are the only ones I think we have to take off because they were very visible. And these will be semi-visible, but they'll also be covered a lot of times, so I don't really care. Yeah, I think when they actually have, because there'll be like white armor overlapping those, isn't there? Let me look. Any back shots with the white armor? Phrasing. Nope, not really. Ain't that something? Oh well. And yeah, these pieces on front will be covered too, so I don't really worry about them. Yep, I'd say we are okay leaving the rest of the decals. We just have to remove those 2 we removed from the pistons, and it should be good. But yeah, I think rather than just because even if we start armoring up now, we'll only get like 1 or 2 pieces of armor on this guy. And I think we start armoring. It doesn't actually look like there's probably too much involved in armoring this guy. I think a lot of the work went into putting this frame together. So yeah, I think next stream we'll fully armor up this guy, get decals on the outside, and get his weapons and everything together. So we'll be finishing this boy next week. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this is going. This has been a lot of fun. I'm really glad I ended up picking this kit. I can really definitely see why people recommend it so much. Especially for the grade it's in. It's been way ahead of a lot of what I built already in terms of complexity. And I think it's going to look really nice when it's all finished. So yeah, thank you very much, Storyteller. And thank you, Spade, and everyone else who stopped by to talk tonight. Let me just quickly switch over to my full camera screen. Yeah, don't need this so I'm not as washed out. It's been a lot of fun tonight building this and getting the decals in. Thank you for doing with me when I've had to kind of focus in and stumble about to get my actual progress done. I think my end results aren't perfect by any means, but I'm quite happy with a lot of them. I definitely am getting better as I go too, so something I'm looking forward to seeing me improve in. But yeah, as I said, I've been uploading my VODs pretty much daily now to my YouTube until I'm going to be doing that until I'm caught up. So please give me a subscribe there and check it out if you want to check out my VODs. I don't really have any plans right now for future edited videos. I've actually just been helping Shuts out editing a bunch of his convention footage and stuff. So please check him out as well, his YouTube. I don't know if you want to plug him as well in chat there, Storytell, if you have it on hand. But yeah, check it out. I'm editing a bunch of videos for his YouTube channel. Yeah. Please give him a check out. If you, as I said, it's very simple editing. It's nothing too complex, but it's something I want to do more of in the future, so I wanted to get a bit of experience. But yeah, I'm probably gonna look for someone to raid. Let's take a look. Who do we have this fine evening we can raid? Oh, I got Cole, the guy who taught me this little. Let me quickly go back to my main cam here to show you something. I'm gonna raid you into the guy who taught me this little trick with using the toothpick and just rounding off one side to help push out all the air underneath the stickers. This is the guy who gave me the suggestion, so we're gonna raid us into this guy. His name's Cobalt 2033, and they were really nice last time I raided into them, so give him a lot of love. He's a fellow Canadian gunpla builder. Looks like he's working on real grade high new gun. Yeah, send him some love. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I'll be back tomorrow night to maybe finish Expedition 33. I'm not 100% sure on how much is left. If it seems like we're close, I'll probably power on and do a long stream to finish it off. And then I'll be back on Sunday for probably that roguelike thing I was talking about. I'll probably start getting into that. But thank you for joining me for tonight, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. Rate in and say thanks to this guy for his tip applying the stickers. Where are we at here? Go to my ending soon screen. Have a great night, guys. Thanks for coming.